There's a fire burning deep inside the world's billionaires, a hunger that's not for flashy cars or mansions, but for far bigger power, control, and freedom. It's the quiet obsession with private equity, and understanding why billionaires are hooked on this secret game is the key to unlocking the ultimate advantage for anyone who refuses to be average, who refuses to be kept small, who refuses to live a borrowed life. Imagine waking up every day trapped in rules not tailored for you, fighting constant battles with systems designed to keep you stuck, feeling the pressure of mediocrity forcing its way into your boardrooms and strategies. This isn't just business as usual, it's a slow death by comfort, a cage wrapped in velvet, where potential is swallowed by complacency. Those who control capital, those who master private equity, they aren't just investing money, they're buying their own freedom, slicing through the noise to seize control of future industries and reshape the economy on their own terms. You see, traditional markets and public companies are a race to the bottom, a gladiator fight flooded with noise, where everyone shouts but few actually lead. That's why billionaires look at private equity not just as an investment, but as a weapon, a way to take the raw bones of companies, hidden value that no one else dares to touch, and turn it into pure, unshakable power. It's a secret playground for those who want to rewrite the rules instead of playing by them. The biggest pain most leaders face today is watching opportunities slip through their fingers because they're stuck chasing quarterly reports or caught in the endless web of shareholder demands. The public market is a stage obsessed with appearances, where transparency sometimes hides the fastest way a company can fall apart under pressure. Private equity bypasses all that. It strips away the distractions and forces a laser focus on what really matters, the real assets, the real growth, the real control. But it's not just about money. It's about forging a reality where the rare few can actually call the shots. You can't find that kind of empowerment in the crowd. It's too loud, too slow, too flawed. But private equity is designed for those who reject mediocrity and refuse to be processed through the system. It's a personalized battlefield for visionaries, for leaders who want to build something unmatched and unbreakable from the ground up. When billionaires dive into private equity, they're not just buying companies, they're buying time. Time to fix what's broken, time to innovate without the constant gaze of the public eye, time to align incentives in a way that fuels true transformation. This is how legacies are built, not by riding trends, but by shaping them, creating value invisible to the average investor and turning the tide long before it becomes obvious. For those watching right now, feeling the tension like a fire in your chest, understand this. Private equity offers a path to escape the comfortable lies of the present. It's a doorway to real sovereignty where your will isn't boxed in by rules made for someone else's playbook. It's where you become the architect of your reality, not just a player in someone else's game. Here's what most don't realize. The biggest edge in private equity is not just about spotting a company with good numbers. It's about unlocking what's hidden beneath the surface. The inefficiencies, the misaligned teams, the undervalued assets. These are the secret veins that lead to explosive growth. Billionaires don't fall for easy wins or shiny pitches. They dig where others fear to go because they know value is waiting in the dark corners that no one else dares to light up. But it goes deeper. Private equity forces brutal honesty. When you own the company privately, you can make the hard calls, cut the dead weight, invest aggressively in innovation, realign the culture without having to answer to 1,000 voices. This ruthless clarity is what separates billionaires from everyone else. Your role, your challenge today is to think like that, not just as someone managing a company, but as someone who lives beyond constraints, who questions every assumption, who tears down comfort to rebuild stronger. There's this illusion we've all been sold, the idea that freedom means doing what you want within the walls built for you. Private equity shatters that illusion. It's freedom on your own terms, raw and unfiltered. Behind the scenes, billionaires are gambling on transformation, They're betting they can take companies from mediocre to dominant, but only because they see what others don't: how to assemble the right team, how to stitch together resources, how to create a culture where ordinary rules no longer apply. And here's the secret: no one gets there alone. Private equity is a network, a system not for the masses, but for the rare few who understand the value of selective alliance. Billionaires build invisible bridges between the most brilliant minds, bringing together leaders, founders, advisors, thinkers who burn with the same fire. This synergy turns individual sparks into a blazing inferno. Your power grows exponentially by who you connect with, and private equity is the scaffolding for that connection. It's no accident that billionaires cannot stop pouring billions into private equity. It's their sanctuary from chaos, their playground of control, their lab for the future. It's where they rewrite economics behind closed doors and emerge years later, holding unbreakable empires. The secret weapon is patience, knowing that greatness rarely comes overnight, but through steady, deliberate, ruthless focus, often away from the spotlight. For leaders today feeling misaligned, stuck in systems that don't serve, private equity is a blueprint for liberation. It says, stop playing by their rules, build your own game. Forget chasing the crowd, step into your sovereignty. You don't need permission to create what's next. Break the chains of quick fixes and embrace the long game, where transformation isn't a buzzword, but a relentless pursuit. This world doesn't reward the many, it rewards the rare, the radicals, the rebels, the relentless. Private equity is where those rare few come to claim their power. It's where the ordinary ends and something extraordinary begins. Imagine what happens when you harness that power. Untapped industries unlocked, broken businesses made brilliant, isolated geniuses connected into unstoppable forces. The silence of invisibility is replaced by resonance, impact, legacy. But here's the catch: it's not for everyone. This space demands more than money. It demands fire, hunger, and the refusal to settle for second best. It demands that you align with the few who share your vision and your willingness to burn rather than bend. If you feel that quiet tension inside, that relentless voice telling you this can't be all there is, then you already know private equity is not just a strategy, but a revolution. Start seeing past the illusions, past fake freedom, past empty promises. Private equity offers a path where your will becomes your weapon, where you're no longer a follower but the architect of your fate. It's a chance to remake reality itself, to build networks of power so strong that the status quo is left trembling. The billionaire's obsession is your blueprint. It shows how to cut through the noise, sniper focus on what truly moves the needle, and take control in a way that the world's old systems never intended. It's an invitation, a call to those who refuse to be average, to those who refuse to shrink. Harness this obsession. Make it yours. Use it to become more than a player. Become the force that others chase. This is the power that shapes industries, rewrites futures, and builds legacies far beyond money. Because at the end of the day, private equity isn't just about finance, it's about freedom, power, and daring to become exceptional in a world pretending greatness is impossible. So, right now, ask yourself, are you ready to stop waiting for change and start creating it? Are you ready to break free from the comfortable lies and step into a game built for the rare who dare? If yes, then private equity is waiting. Your path to real power has already begun.